Perfect Turd Podcast, episode 124, Lamar. The Attack of the 50-Foot Camgirl.
Joe, I think the way you said that kind of carries the tone of this movie. It's very 50-esque.
Yes.
Kind of like that B-movie type of movie. Wow, that was redundant. But you know what I'm saying. It's kind of like that old style that they're bringing into the new. And we have to give a shout out to Miss Ivy. She gave us an interview. Hello, how you doing? She gave us a great interview before the movie came out. And, well, Joe, what is Attack of the 50-Foot Camgirl about?
It's just what it says.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, we can't give too much because, you know, you can watch it on Full Moon.
Available on Full Moon, on the app, and also on their Amazon Prime channel.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes.
So you get it. Yeah, that was.
So you have our friend Ivy. She's playing Beverly Woods, who's a professional cam girl. She's one of the most famous cam girls, and she has fans, and they're called Woodies. Yes. Of course.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, the comedy writes itself. And then she has, let me get his name right, her husband, Bradley. He's kind of like her manager, takes, does all the video for her. And then she has an assistant played by, whose name is Fuchsia, played by Christina Nguyen, a lovely B-movie actress that also has done some softcore things. I might be familiar with some of her other films, but she is playing the assistant, and it's a love triangle going on here. It sure
is.
But what happens is that she's trying to get a new market going because she's kind of, going up and down with like her followers, and she gets this new product. This new product is going to basically make it so that food regenerates, and so people will be, no more hunger. There's a funny scene. There's a funny line. She's like, I want to help all the people in Africa or whatever, wherever they eat sand. And so, of course, they have to test it. And they're like, well, we have to do animal testing. She's like, no. So she eats it. And the side effects, right to the title of the movie, makes her grow into a very large giant.
Now, one thing they did, which made me laugh, because I was thinking it, and then they touched on it. I was like, wait, how's her clothes getting bigger? And they did give an explanation. I don't know if we'll give it away or whatever, but they did give an explanation, which I thought was funny. I was like, okay, somebody was thinking the same thing.
They thought this out, Joe. They thought this out. When you're talking about women, growing to epic proportions, you got to make sure certain proportions are covered up. And so they thought of that. It's science.
It's science.
Science, Joe. It's science. So,
yep.
Yeah.
Well, ultimately, as also seen in the trailer, so this is not a big spoiler, the other one, her assistant and rival in the love triangle, she becomes a large woman as well.
Yes.
And they end up battling, which is really cool. They did a great job with the miniatures.
Yes.
And the forced perspective stuff. So, it was kind of cool.
It was cool. It was campy. It's what you expect from Full Moon. It's still, like we talked about, like that 50s type of movie, kind of B-movie thing. And yeah, it was, I thought it was funny because like every time like she was not like something like at the bottom of the screen, but like hashtag big girl or something like that. That's a little comedy for you. So, yeah.
Yeah, they did good with that. And like you said, like it's overtly campy. That's what they were going for, and they did a good job with that. Everything about it was well done. Let's talk about our friend Ivy, because this is her first film.
Yeah.
And this was like a really great part for her because she did really well just playing it up, getting to be big and stuff, and doing the fight scenes and stuff. She did well.
She did well. The part fits her very well. So she might just have, at least a career with Full Moon,
Yeah. And shout out to her and Full Moon because this is already getting a sequel I think they're going to go for it this summer. Oh. So a sequel is coming. Now, One of the things, Lamar, after talking with Ivy and after seeing this movie, one of the things we learned about was a fetish called Giantess Fetish, Lamar.
Talk about it, because this movie, they know. So talk about it.
Well, apparently, we did our due diligence as movie reviewers and stuff. We looked up the history of giantess fetishes online. This is where you can find a lot of videos about this. Just people in general that have a fetish for giant women. And it could be anything, like getting eaten by a giant woman, getting crushed by their feet, or getting squished in between their bosoms, Lamar.
That's a little hint about the movie, Joe. So we'll talk about that lightly. But everything you said is shocking to me. I did not know about this fetish. But one of the doctors that develops the food thing, I can't remember his name. I see his name right here. His name is Jared Secre. I think he was part of this fetish because he was not only into Beverly as a cam girl, but when she grew up, he was just like, you thought he was a kid in Disneyland. He was very happy.
I disagree, sir, because he was into Beverly before she became big. And when she became big, it wasn't just, he didn't just have a giantess fetish, because he did something that would negate that we won't spoil either. You see what I'm saying? You would lose the fetish though after doing what he did.
You got a point. Okay, I'll say this then. I'll meet you in the middle.
Okay.
He had a fetish, and then he joined in the fun. So I guess it negates it, but I feel like that dude learned something about himself up until that point. Because I was just like, oh, this dude is one of the guys that we've heard about that's into the giantess thing. So yeah, I think Full Moon also did their due diligence, because this is going to hit a new market,
a whole new market of giant fetish people that would enjoy this. Now, what we were talking about with the doctor and her getting big and stuff, that leads to a bigger question, Lamar. If you were attracted to a woman and then over a sudden she became a giant, is that just more of her to love, or is it a turnoff for Lamar?
I don't know. How big we talking? 50 feet?
50 feet.
God damn. Well, okay. Let's say this. If it's just a girl that I'm just like, interested in, maybe dating, I don't know. Because what am I going to do? Like, get a ladder and go up in it? Like, I don't know. So I don't know what to do. Like, but if it's my wife, I'd be like, you know what? If something happened, I got you, baby. I would, if I could, either one, try to make it work, or number two, see if I could be a giant too, and we could be together forever in our giant love. So yeah, I don't know. Like, but if it's a girl I'm dating, I'm just like, I don't know about this giant thing. I'll see how much I can do.
Just enjoy it for a while. Is that like you're gonna enjoy it for just a little bit and then you're gonna let it go, eh?
Yeah. What about you, Joe?
I'm up for anything.
Oh, well, you're all in. See?
I had to give it a try at least.
That's what I'm saying. I'll give it a try, but it also depends on the woman too.
Yeah. Yeah,
because then if she has like some quirky traits that are annoying to you, that's going to be maximized.
That's
so it's
true.
Be like, ugh.
That's true. Well,
yeah.
What are we rating it?
You know what, Joe? This surprised me. I'm giving it a 4. I like the premise. I thought it was campy. Ivy did a good job. Miss Christine Nguyen, because like I said, I am familiar with her other films.
I'm sure you are.
Very nicely. I think she did a good job.
Yeah.
I think it was just that throwback to the campy 50s movies. So like I said, I'll give this one a 4. I enjoyed it.
Yep. Yeah. I agree. 4 out of 5 for me as well. Very well done. And once again, like if you know what you're getting into and you're expecting it, they did it right. It is campy. Everyone, the acting, they purposely being campy and stuff, and of course the premise. So well done.
Yeah.
We might have a whole new set of Giant Fetish fans now.
We welcome them. We don't discriminate. I mean, the only thing is that we don't. Well, maybe that's something we have to add to our arsenal. Because let's talk about this. Because there's a giant fetish. There's a lot of giant women movies.
Yes.
There's like the 50-foot cheerleader. There's another one, the 50-foot woman. And because we were doing our due diligence, Joe, and I was like, wow, this is so. Maybe, I don't know, in the future we have a showdown of big giant women.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right. Does that wrap it up then?
That wraps it up.
All right. Attack of the 50-Foot Camgirl. Peace.
Deuces.